Hello. Welcome to November 15th. I'm dead. This is like literally like right after I worked out, so I'm still sweaty. How you doing? How you doing? Good? I think you are. Yeah, as you just saw, I just finished the movie The Purge, and there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. A lot of Avatar just ended, or it's ending. I think it's ending. I just watched The Purge. Shit. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, well, let's talk about The Purge right now, though, because it's finished. Alright, now The Purge came out earlier this year. It just came out on DVD a month ago, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna check this out, and I did. By the way, have you seen my new Xbox One controller? This thing is fantastic. Xbox One, buy it this week. Yeah. So The Purge, what's going on with that? Have you guys heard about it? I mean, I have. I've heard some people haven't. So I knew a little bit going into this what this was about. Let me take my Crocs off real quick. What is The Purge? The Purge, my friend. Whew. Is it 1 o'clock? Fuck, it's 1. The Purge. It's a movie. It's actually a really cool concept. I love, like, one thing I always talk about when I talk about movies is I love movies with cool concepts, which makes generally horror movies, well, not horror movies, I guess action movies and comedies kind of boring to me after a while. I mean, I still love them, I still watch them, but to me, I think horror movies generally come up with the cooler concepts and stuff like that. So, The Purge being one of those movies, I say. It's this movie where basically, I think it's the year 2022, it's somewhere in the future, and basically the government finds a way where they can rebuild America, so there's no more unemployment. There's, what's their main gimmick? Unemployment's at a 1%, and every crime is completely like 0%. Like everything's perfect in the U.S. now. Everything's fantastic. Everybody loves the U.S. It's fun. There's no crime. It's beautiful. But the gimmick is every year there's this one day where everybody is allowed to do whatever they want. So it's called The Purge. It's where they basically, well, going into this movie, we're like, okay, so it's just a way everybody can, they've been building up stress all year. It's a way for them to, let go of it. Now, the main drawback on this is only the rich people are really safe. They're the ones who can afford security systems, lockdown devices. They basically can hide in their house with no problem, which leaves the poor people defenseless. And the main point of this movie is, like, let's get rid of the poor, basically. Now, I didn't even think about that. Like, I don't know if I'm just stupid or something or what, but like, that's the reason why crime and, poverty and such is gone. Because they're killing everyone who's not rich, basically. And, how is that for population control, I wonder? Like, I don't, maybe they said in the movie, but how is the population in the future? Are they, like, because obviously no one's that rich, but, like, if all the rich people are killing off all the poor people, what does that do to the population, But basically, yeah, we're introducing this family. This family, they're normal dysfunctional family. The father's very strict, and the daughter's, like, dating an over 18-year-old guy, and she's under 18, so there's all this drama with them. And then the son's, like, he's probably got, like, a mental disorder or something. He's, like, crazy, and he's checking his heart rate and stuff like that. They're building up the movie pretty fast. They're like, shit's gonna go down at this, 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. or some shit like that. So basically for 12 hours we know shit's gonna go down. Now, the father of this family, he's like the security guy. He's the one running around town selling security systems to everybody, so he knows his system obviously pretty well. And basically they lock down the house. They get ready for a good old 12 hours of hiding. And then the son, of course, if you've seen the trailers, you already know. He lets somebody into the house, and from there, basically, mischief happens. This guy, there was a reason this guy was running towards their house, away from somebody. So that basically introduces the bad guys of the movie. It's this group of teenagers or young adults who are just... they're typical bad guys. They're hunting down poor people and killing them because that's what is in their American right, which is kind of stupid. And obviously, it's a good reason to hate these people. And the main reason, like, it's gonna come up, you obviously know, why aren't these people out there killing people, you know? Why aren't they purging? It's their American right. And, that's what I don't get, is, okay, they obviously have the best moment to say, well, son, you know, we don't need to do that. We grew up in the world before where, you know, poverty was everywhere and all that. They fully understand the reason why they have to kill people, why other people are purging, but why don't they do it? Because they're good guys. That's basically their reason. And they've seen the world before and they don't want a part of it. But, I don't know. It's just basically their way of saying, alright, let's see what happens when they do have to purge. What happens? So, obviously the good guys have to purge at some point in this movie, and they do. It's pretty cool. It's an interesting movie, because, especially near the end of it, there's another group that comes in. Because basically the whole point of this movie is, it's like The Strangers. There's this group of really creepy masked fuckers outside of their house looking in at them. And it's creepy. It's one of the... if you've ever been home alone, you know that fear. What if somebody's outside? It's really a bad feeling. And when movies play on that fear, I think it's pretty cool. But, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. But, like I said, there's a third group that gets involved later on. The movie just kind of ends. I mean, I figured it was going to end. Like, it went on for an extra, like, 10-15 minutes. Longer than I expected it to. But, I liked it. Favorite part of the movie... CJ, what do we feel about this movie? What's your favorite part? Me? Okay, I think we're gonna have to say... I kind of like the parts where the leader of the bad guys is talking. He's just such a creepy looking motherfucker. Like, I don't know. There's something about this guy. He's obviously psycho, and I like that. I thought that was pretty cool. But nah, I mean, if I had to pick an actual moment of the movie, it's probably when the father goes on a killing spree. That was pretty badass. I liked it. Yeah, I don't know. The movie has a pretty basic message. It's like, it's a you know, because I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but okay, if you don't want to get spoiled, which I recommend you don't want to get spoiled if you haven't seen it. They play the good guy card, you know, like, the family starts getting fucked over big time near the end of the movie. They're just completely shitted on. And, of course, the guy that they let into their house, this poor guy, you know, this guy who he's not that fortunate, he ends up becoming the hero, of course, at the end of the movie. Even though the family has been mean to this guy, and, you know, they've stabbed him, they've tortured him, they've shot him. The stranger, he plays the good guy at the end. You know, he's like, you guys help me out, I'm gonna help you out. And it's a pretty positive message. Made me feel real good inside, you know. No, I didn't. I liked it though. That guy looked familiar, by the way. The stranger. I love the credits for the movie too. Like, everybody in the credit isn't called well, like some people are, obviously. We hear their names, but all the masked people don't have names at all. They're just Woman Freak 1, Woman Freak 2, and like Crazy Guy with Mask, Crazy Guy with Mask 2. It's funny. No, these are some weird fuckers, though. If you ever come outside of my window and I find out that you're out there, I'm gonna be very scared. Okay, that just scares me. Alright, I'll probably pick it up on DVD at some point. I thought it was a good movie. If I had to rate it, I would give it a, what am I feeling here? I guess I'd give it a 2 or a 2.5 out of 3. I'm indecisive right now. I liked it, though. Alright, goodbye. Boop boop.